The night everything changed. It was the summer of 1966, and Bob Dylan was at the very peak of his career. His voice was everywhere, on the radio, in smoky bars, blasting from car speakers on lonely highways. Every new song he released was treated like scripture. To his fans, Dylan wasn't just a musician, he was a messenger. And then almost overnight it all came crashing down. That night is still talked about in hushed tones among music historians. Dylan had been touring relentlessly, his schedule packed with concerts, interviews, and recording sessions. People close to him said he hadn't had a moment to himself in months. He was exhausted, but there was something else, something that weighed heavier than any schedule. He had started to feel like his music was no longer his own. The songs that once came from a pure place inside him were now being twisted, picked apart, and used to push agendas he never agreed with. And then came the accident. Officially, it was a motorcycle crash near Woodstock, New York. The public was told he'd suffered injuries, broken vertebrae, some time needed to recover. But over the years, many suspected there was more to the story. Some believed the crash was exaggerated, even staged, just so Dylan could disappear from the spotlight. Others thought it was real, but that the physical pain was nothing compared to the emotional weight he was carrying. Whatever the truth, that night marked the moment Dylan vanished from public life. For more than a year, there were no concerts, no interviews, no new albums. Fans were left guessing. Rumors spread like wildfire. He was quitting music. He was seriously ill. He was hiding out in the mountains. He was writing something so revolutionary it would change music forever. When Dylan finally returned, he was different. The fire in his eyes had been replaced with something quieter, more guarded. His music was soft, or less biting. The man who once roared through electric anthems now sang in a whisper. It was as if he'd seen something the rest of the world hadn't, and it had changed him forever. In his confession at 84, Dylan finally addressed that night. He admitted that the motorcycle crash wasn't just an accident, it was a turning point. I was losing myself, he said quietly, and if I hadn't stopped, I don't think I'd be here now. Those words sent shivers through everyone listening. It wasn't just about fame or burnout, it was about survival. Dylan had walked away from the world because he felt it was the only way to keep living, to keep creating on his own terms. But here's where the mystery deepens. Because even as he explained his disappearance, Dylan hinted there was something else that happened that night, something he has never told anyone. And with the way he looked down, almost as if he regretted bringing it up, you could feel the air in the room change. Whatever happened in the shadows of that summer night, Dylan still carries it. And maybe, just maybe, he's finally ready to tell the rest